So here we are on turn 26. I have essentially sent an ultimatum to Blue Moon that he needs to pull back to his territory, to his side of the border, and we really need to work together to engage Red. I've made the point to him, because, and I really mean this, that Red clearly has the best spawn territory in the sector. His HQ is almost completely safe on that little island over there, and he doesn't need to worry about any neighbors on his physical land borders because he does not have land borders. So instead he can concentrate all his money and resources into battleships, and then once he captures a single sector, he can just put all his resources into, spamming neo-tanks out of there while he bombards everything with battleships. And I made the point to Blue Moon, like, look, even if you win the mainland, or I win the mainland, or whoever wins the mainland, if you have to take on Red 1 versus 1, the game will probably just end in a stalemate. Even if you're in a superior position to him, there's still a unit cap of 100 per player. So if he just builds 100 battleships and submarines and black boats with the occasional rocket and neo-tank, the game will be a stalemate for the rest of eternity. And that's not what anybody wants. So clearly what we need to do right now is we need to work together, and we need to help Cobalt. And the three of us, we need to deal with Red first and foremost, because he has an almost unfair advantage on this map. And I also made the point that, look, you attack me, and I counterattack. You attack me again, now I have to counterattack you. You use your super on me, I'm going to use my super on you. And I am going to use my super on him to push him back. And then we're even. And I think that's the agreement I'm going to try to come to. But in order to do that, what I need to do is I need to decimate him. Or really, I need to do more than decimate him. I need to take out more than just 1/10 of his forces. But I need to diminish his ability, his desire to attack anymore. He needs to realize that it's a futile effort in order to do that. So I'm going to start off this turn activating Prime Tactics. That is what needs to happen. That damage needs to get done. And I need to give Blue Moon a hurtin'. So here we are. How do I do that? I basically need him to want to accept the peace terms. And I think the more hurt I put on him, obviously, the more likely that is to be. So I'm going to get my early moves out of the way first, because why not? I'm really going to have to concentrate on this this other stuff down here. Oh, there we go. These guys can move again. What can I do in the south down here? Got a lot of troops I need to move up. But I think I'm going to start with this column of infantry down here. That gives me an opening right there. But that is also a 10 health artillery on a city. So I really kind of need to obliterate that. Indeed, as much as possible. Oh no, don't join. Okay. I'm gonna have my battleship and my rocket engage this artillery. This artillery is his strong point. Along this line, you can see his artillery is 8 and 6 health because he's been getting hit with typhoons from Red all game long, and he just has not been repairing it. He has not been handling his logistics here properly. But this one here is on the city, so it's always going to be at 10 health, and it's going to get that 3-star defensive bonus. This artillery is what did the most damage to my battleship. And now that his rocket is gone, and his medium tanks were destroyed, I feel like this artillery is his strongest piece on the field right here, even more so than this medium tank. So I have kind of no choice but to concentrate fire on it and just eliminate it outright this turn. And there we go, it's gone. Now I can move an infantry in there. Prime tactics. Prime tactics, baby. What can I say? And you get your damage over here. There we go. You can get a flanking shot. You can do a lot of things. Over here. My rockets will fire the opening salvos up north. Yeah, so many juicy targets, but they're all mechs. Okay, well that's a pretty easy one. Okay, you take out that front line. Take out that mech. Perfect. But I can take advantage of my prime tactics bonus. Get you off that city. Who's going to engage him from that mountaintop? I mean, it's one or the other, you know? I wonder, will this be enough? No, instead I go down. Bummer. Be about 40 damage. Yeah, but I need to find a way to put another 40 on there. Potentially. Oh man, that would be beautiful. And just take out another artillery piece. Oh, if only they had more. They could do 20 damage. Let's get these tanks in the fight. Yeah, that guy can heal up 1 point. That's pretty convenient. So I'm going to try to use my large territory and large number of properties to my advantage. I will heal these guys up, and then they will be an even more formidable threat to anything that'll come their way, because I have simply eliminated his infantry threat along this side of the border. And these tanks could really use a heal. And the point of this turn is to get him to back off. So the sooner they can actually repair up and get back in the fight, the sooner they can continue to maintain the peace that hopefully we are going to be achieving this turn. Up here in the north, unfortunately, tanks just do so little damage to medium tanks even. So there goes the medium tank, fortunately. That wouldn't be worth it. Okay, well, I feel like I have fairly well been able to diminish my enemy's ability to attack me any further. I dealt a decent amount of damage to him. Really kind of put him back, but I'm going to finish it off with the piece de resistance, because I do have almost exactly 28,000 money. We're looking at a battleship, because realistically a battleship is the only thing that is going to give me control of this situation, that is going to let me to have coverage over all his factories here and all his troops on the front, and is going to guarantee that, well, if he wants to attack me any further, he's going to have to do it all under the barrage of 2 battleships, which is just not math that's going to work out for him in the end. So, I think this battleship is what seals the deal for peace. That is my hope. So now we have a battleship in port. If he does try to attack it with anything, keep in mind my super is still going to be active until my next turn. So, we're going to be looking at double defensive stars on everything, and that defense is also going to come back as offense as well, if he were to attack me. So let's go ahead and finish up any other units. No, I do believe I will hold for now. Everybody wait. Let's just pop up the damage calculator real quick. 3 health artillery. No. A 3 health artillery, if it were to, let's say, fire on a ship, it would deal about 2 damage. Okay. And with that, I'll end my turn. So I feel like I've been able to do enough damage to Blue Moon that my new inclusion of a battleship here, he's really going to have no choice but to accept a peace or slowly but surely be obliterated by this battleship. I do have a much larger income than him as well at this point. I have 46 to his 37, so he's not too far behind me. But he is indeed behind me, and if I can put out battleship after battleship, turn after turn, that means I could also put out Neo-Tank after Neo-Tank, turn after turn, or even Mega Tanks, because those are indeed enabled on this map. So with this, I will send an ultimatum back to Blue Moon, and we will see what he says. Alright, well that's going to wrap it up for day 26. Thank you so much for joining me for my grand strategy cast. If you like this sort of thing, I really hope you do, then consider subscribing so my stuff actually shows up in your feed next time I post something. Leave us a like, because not only do I really appreciate it as a creator, but also it does really help the video grow in terms of the YouTube algorithm. And finally, maybe leave a comment if you actually want to give some feedback either on the video or on the match. I really do appreciate that kind of thing. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see y'all in the next one.